Hey everyone, so in this video I'm just going to show you my single war pull from this past Blitz war. My faction ended up coming in second. The 24-hour Blitz I'm still not a big fan of, especially on Mondays. Just, people have to work. It's normal during a weekday. So I didn't end up warring a lot. I mostly warred on Monday night, and then Tuesday I got into maybe 3 or 4 wars max, but couldn't really put my all into them. Overall, I'm pretty happy with how my faction ended up doing. I know I touched base on this in a different video, how I didn't like the burn tower, and it was way too powerful, and it became a war of towers, or I guess tower singular, instead of an actual war between factions. I do think that it helped some players with attacking, so long as they had the tower, but overall it was a bit of a negative experience for me. I just didn't really enjoy myself very much, because if we had the tower, great, almost every match was over in 2 turns, but if we didn't, well, I completely changed up my defensive team to compensate for the 2,500 burn damage per turn, because I was not going to change and put burn resist mods on my toons, because there were still other statuses that I really needed to mod against so that my team maybe survived a little longer. And I didn't want to, nor did I, level up my Mercer's active skill, because leveling it up for one war, well, the benefit and reward, sure, it'll help me during this war, but what about the next 100 wars or however many there are? It just doesn't make sense to me to modify something permanently over a temporary war, one that is 24 hours at that. Anyway, as you guys see, I pulled a 6-star Ryan. Now, luckily, I don't have this toon yet. On the downside, he's the worst bide toon in the game, in my opinion. 76 AP, 200% damage to up to 5 enemies, with taunt to 4 of them for 2 turns, and then Ryan also gets focus for 4 turns. Because he doesn't give himself a defensive buff, and he doesn't heal himself, he is very, very susceptible to dying off of taunting the enemy. Moreover, with so many people running attack up when taunted, one attack to Ryan, a 6-star, could end up destroying him in one swift action. So no, I don't like this Ryan character really at all. I just don't think he's that effective. When we take a look at his active skill, initial cooldown turn 5. By turn 5, the match is probably over, to be perfectly honest. With this, Ryan gains 100% bonus HP, which does not combat infection, doesn't help with bleed, burn, or maim, and he also gets 100% AP. But we just talked about his rush not being very good. So, although I'm kind of excited that it's a new character, it's just not a very good one, so I don't know, I'm not exactly disappointed, but I'm not exactly excited either. I would have loved to get 1,000 S-Class cards of Leopo or Henyon, for example, but Ryan is who I get. Now, as an overview to how Bide works, for those of you who don't remember, if a character who has Bide takes 2,000 damage, then they will output 3,000 damage automatically, but whenever this character defends, it'll output 1.5 times the amount of damage that it has taken. When the AI is in control on a defensive team, it can use Bide characters in a very intelligent way by intentionally activating the Bide, which is done by defending with the character, so swiping to the right, and it usually just kills toons. So that's pretty effective. It's just, with Ryan, he's just less effective. Like, he does have a positive note of not having a bound weapon, so you could give him like a focused stun gun. So Ryan's blunderbuss, for example, actually works well on Ryan. Now, when we think about all the Bide characters, there's Rosita, there's Ryan, there's Elle, and there's Cameron Scar. So I would probably rank them as Rosita as the best, Cameron Scar is the second, then Elle, followed by Ryan picking up the rear. Just because he doesn't heal himself, he doesn't give himself any defense. Elle can heal herself. I think she might give herself a defensive buff. Cam, he gains AP at a rapid rate, and he heals himself. And then Rosita, she's an S-Class toon. She can heal herself. She can control the enemy. She's actually a toon that I am working on at the moment. So right now, Ryan is just going to be sitting and riding the pine. And thanks for watching my video.